Hello students, welcome to this new video in which we will be studying about the structure of flower. What is a flower? Flower is the site of sexual reproduction in angiospermic plants. Angiospermic plants are flowering plants, and the function of flower is to make male and female gamete to ensure that fertilization will take place to produce new seeds for the reproduction of a plant. Okay, so let's begin with the video, and in this video I have got a beautiful model of a flowers. I have also bought this flower from my garden. It is Hibiscus rosa sinensis, or commonly known as China rose, and it is very easy to understand the structure of flower with the help of this flower. So let's begin. The base of the flower, to which all the parts of the flower are attached, is known as receptacle. So it gives support to all the parts of the flower. And in the live flower, this is the base of the flower, and it is the receptacle. Okay, now next to receptacle are the green leaf-like parts called sepals, and together they are known as calyx. And the function of the sepal is to protect the flower when it is in the initial stage, that is bud. These leaf-like structures, they are actually the sepals. Together they are known as calyx. Okay, so calyx form the outermost circle of the flower. Inner to calyx are the colorful but leaf-like structure, but colorful as petals. They are all colorful, maybe red or purple or pink. They are colorful, and they are scented also. Khushboo bhi hoti hai. Very sweet fragrance is also there. So, and together these sepals are known as corolla, and the function is to attract the insects for pollination, as well as to protect the reproductive organs which are in the center of the flower. In the live flower, you can see this colored part. These are petals. Next part is very important. So I'll show you the innards, the center of the flower now. See, it is like this. You can see these structures. I can remove and show you one. So this structure is actually the stamen, the male reproductive part. It has a swollen top. This is swollen top. This is swollen top, called anther, and a stalk-like structure which is called filament. This is filament. And you can see there are many stamens in the flower. So together it is known as stamen. A stamen has two parts, anther and filament. Okay, I'll show you in the live flower also. There are many stamens you can see. एक फिलामेंट है, स्टॉक डंडा जैसा, और ऊपर जो है वो swollen part है, and that is known as anther. Now these stamens, as I told you, that these stamen has two parts. Number one is anther, and the stalk-like structure is called filament. This anther has pollen grains which looks yellow in color, as shown in this flower. See, yellow in color, and these pollen grains contain male gamete. Okay, and so now you can understand that pollen grains are made in the anther of the stamen. Now, after stamen, which are the male reproductive part, we have in the center a flask-like structure. If I remove all these male reproductive organs, then you can see it clearly that this is a flask-like structure having three parts. The topmost part is stigma, and it is sticky in nature, and it is for the receiving of the pollen grains from the anther of the flower, same flower or the another flower. Okay. And the style is a tube which connects stigma and the ovary, and the swollen part is ovary of the flower, and together it is known as the carpel. It is the female reproductive part of the flower. It has another name called pistil. So carpel or pistil, they are the female reproductive organ of the flower. Live flower also we can see the female reproductive part. I can remove slowly the petals and the sepals. See, I am removing, and to show you the ovary, the swollen part, I want to show you. See, swollen part, ovary. This is style. And since these are the pollen grains and these are the stigma, see, these are the stigma. I'll show you ऐसे करके. जो ये है, ये पार्ट है, ये पार्ट है, ये पार्ट, ये स्टिग्मा है. So the ovary, let's talk about the ovary. Ovary looks like this. If we cut this ovary, it looks like this. It actually contains the ovules. Okay, and in ovules, the female gamete is present, which is known as egg. That means carpel is responsible for making female gamete, that is egg. Now the flowers which contain both type of reproductive organs, that is male and female reproductive organs, these flowers are categorized into bisexual flowers. Just like this, I have shown you a flower which is a bisexual. It contains the male reproductive organ as well as the female reproductive organs. Even in this flower, the reproductive organs, that is carpel and the stamen. So this is an example of the bisexual flower. And another example is the mustard plant, mustard flowers also. Okay. Now there are some flowers which have only one type of reproductive organs, and these flowers are categorized as unisexual flowers. For example, and watermelon plant flower. So whenever you go in the garden and you see a flower, you should try to identify whether it is bisexual or unisexual. So let's quickly, once again I'll remove all these anthers and show you once again the different the male and the female reproductive parts. See, I have removed one stamen. Remove one stamen. The swollen part is anther, and the this thin stalk part is filament. Now this part is the carpel. This part is carpel. It has three parts: the stigma, then style, and this is the ovary. Okay, if you tear this stigma, you will find a tube-like structure inside it. I have torn this style, and you can see clearly the style. This is the tube-like structure, which is the style of the flower. So it is a connection between the stigma and the ovary. Ovary has the ovules, which make female gamete. Thank you. Hope you like the video. If you like, please subscribe and comment.